Today I'm going to read you Lizzie Zipmouth, written by Jacqueline Wilson, Chapter 7. Yes, Chapter 7. Do you remember? Great-Gran was very sick, and Lizzie can't sleep. What happened to Great-Gran? And what about Lizzie? I'm going to read you. Oh, this is not the pen. Chapter 7. Sam stayed at the hospital most of Saturday. Mom took Rory and Jake and me to football. It was a great game and our team scored. Rory and Jake jumped up and down and yelled, and I remembered and dropped back in their seats, looking guilty. It's okay, boys, said Mom, putting her arm around them. We can be sad about poor Great-Gran and happy about football too. Great-Gran wouldn't want you to stop enjoying the match. I looked at Mom. I knew Great-Gran much better than she did. Great-Gran thought football a waste of space. Great-Gran thought she was much more important than any football team in the world. She'd want Rory and Jake and me to be sitting quietly in our best clothes at home, worrying about her. I was worrying. I want to see Great-Gran, I said. I'm not sure they'd let young children in the hospital, said Mom. Rory and Jake breathed sighs of relief. I cornered Sam when he came home that evening. He looked very tired, and his eyes were red as if he might have been crying. I'll make you a cup of tea, Sam, I said. Sam looked very surprised. It's okay, I can make a lovely tea. Great-Gran showed me how, and I hold the kettle ever so carefully so I can't scald myself. You're a very clever girl, Lizzie, said Sam. Okay then, I'd love a cup of tea. I made it carefully all by myself. Mom hovered, but I wouldn't let her help. I carried the cup of tea into Sam without spilling a drop. This is delicious tea, said Sam, sipping. Thank you very much, Lizzie. How is Great-Gran? I asked. Not very well, said Sam sadly. Is she going to get better? I hope so. Can she walk and talk yet? And she's going to have to learn all over again like a baby. They're trying to teach her already, but she won't do as she's told. I nodded. I couldn't imagine Great-Gran letting someone tell her what to do. Can I see her, Sam, tomorrow? I think you might find it a bit upsetting, Pat, said Sam. I know I'd find it upsetting, said Rory. Please, can I see her, Sam? I begged. Lizzie, it's probably not a good idea, said Mom. Please, Sam, I said, clenching his sleeve. Okay then, Lizzie, if it's what you really want, said Sam. I hugged him and sent his cup of tea flying. It went all over his trousers, but he still didn't shout. He hugged me back. Sam took me to the hospital to see Great-Gran on Sunday afternoon. I held his hand tightly when we went into the ward. It wasn't the way I thought it would be. I wanted it to be a very white and neat and tidy with nurses in blue dresses and a little frilly caps. It was a bit strange, messy place with sad people slumped in beds or hunched in wheelchairs. One old man was crying. I nearly cried too. Are you sure you're okay, Lizzie? Sam whispered. Are you sure you're okay, Lizzie? Sam whispered, bending down to me. We can go straight back home if you want. I did want to go home, but I also wanted to see the Great-Gran, though I was very worried she'd look sad and scary now. I want to see her, I said in a teeny tiny voice. Okay, she's over there, said Sam, and he led me to Great-Gran's bed. Sam's hand was damp. He seemed scared too. Great-Gran was lying crookedly on the pillow with her hair sticking up and her eyes shut. Are you asleep, Gran? Said Sam, bending over her. Great-Gran's eyes snapped open. Are you asleep, Gran? said Sam, bending over her. Great-grand's eyes snapped open. Then they were still bright blue, but they weren't gleaming. How are you today, Gran? Said Sam. Great-grand made a cross, nerdy nose. It was obviously she thought it a pretty stupid question. Look at Gran. This great-grand thought this is a stupid question. She looks similar to us. It's very funny. I brought someone to see you, said Sam. He gave me a gentle talk forward. Look, it's little Lizzie. Great-grand looked. Then her eyes clouded and water spit out. She made more cross-snorted sounds. Her nose snorted running. She tried to move, but her arms wouldn't work properly. She wailed and went gurgle, gurgle. What is it, Gran? Sam said helplessly. She wants a hanky, I said. I found Grand's handbag and got a hanky out. Here we are. I will rub your eyes first, and then your nose, and here's your comb. We will do your hair, It's okay. I'm good at doing hair. I do else's, don't I? I mopped and wiped and combed. There! Gran still looked bothered, her head on one side. Do you want to sit up straight? Gran nodded. Sam helped me pull her up and tidy her pillow. Gran lay back, straight in the bed, seeming much more herself. Look, Great-Gran was like this, but now like this. It looks very neat. More than like this picture. And where? There, Gran still looked bothered, her head on one side. Oh, we read this. Great-Gran lay back, straight in the bed, seeming much more herself. She looked at me. She opened her mouth. She went gurgle, gurgle, then she sighed in despair. Try again, Gran, said Sam. She went gurgle, gurgle, and then wailed. Never mind. Don't upset yourself, said Sam, patting her little clenched hand. Gran couldn't stop being upset. She went gurgle, 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 gurgle. Don't worry, we'll get you talking soon, said Sam, with tears sliding down his cheek. We'll get you talking now, I said, taking Great-Grand's other hand. Of course you can talk if you really want to. Open your mouth. Great-Grand opened her mouth. Sam's mouth fell open too. Aha, there's your tongue, I said, and there's your teeth. So use them, please. Great-Grand, now. You have a tongue. You have teeth. Cheeky little madame, said Great-Grand in almost her normal face. Cheeky little madame, said Great-Grand in almost her normal voice. She sounded cross, but she held on to my hand as if she could never let it go. Bye!